In today's video, we're going to take a look at one of my recent favorite transitions. I'll walk you step by step through the shooting and editing process. It's simple, easy to pull off, and it's called the Dolly ramp transition. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna do a very simple transition. I like to call it the Dolly ramp transition. And basically it's two separate clips shot exactly the same way. Today we're using a gimbal and I'm just speed ramping in between to create a cool transition effect. So let's get into it. So real quickly on the equipment today, we're just using the Sony FX3 with a super wide lens, a 10-18, and I'm using a DJI RS3, a gimbal. You could do this handheld, but I think it works a lot better. We have a nice smooth motion. And once you have your gimbal calibrated, your camera ready, let's go into the actual shooting technique. So the movement for both clips is essentially you're going to be walking backwards and slowly dollying back while your subject, Kai today, is gonna be walking past your camera. And the one key thing I would like to mention is that if you have sort of like a super wide lens, you're gonna wanna make sure that your subject, Kai today, is gonna be walking as close as possible to your actual camera, to your side. And in each clip, you're gonna make sure that the subject is walking on the same side in both clips. So just for reference, we're gonna have him walk to my left and then I'll walk backwards. So once I say go, just walk past me as close as you can to the left side and I'll walk backwards, all right? And go. The key takeaway from this clip is to try and keep your camera as level and steady as possible.
Thank you.
I'm also trying to keep Kai as close as possible to the left-hand side to my camera as he walks past. This really helps sell the effect.
So for the second clip, you're gonna make sure that you shoot it in the exact same fashion, exact same focal length as the first clip for the best results. And you wanna make sure that as he's walking on the exact same side as he walked in the first clip. So this time, Kai's gonna walk on my left and I'm gonna be walking backwards, very nice, very smoothly as he walks past me.
In your second clip, again, try to keep your video steady and on the same plane.
The fun thing with this transition is that you can really accentuate the drastic differences in environment between the two settings, and that's what gives it a great effect. So for instance, the first one we had kind of like a temple, natural, serene vibe, and now we're in more of like a city. This is downtown Shibuya, and you can use that to accentuate as you speed ramp between the two clips, that really strong difference, and that makes for a very cool effect. So once you get into the editing side of the video, what you're gonna wanna do is make sure that you align both clips and have just kind of almost a match cut in between the two clips where as Kai walks past me on the left-hand side, I'm gonna cut the first clip and start a little bit before that on the second clip. You're then gonna wanna speed ramp from the first clip into the second clip. And sometimes I like to go around 400 to 500% and spread the speed ramp over 4 to 5 to 6 frames. Then the final step is you're gonna want an adjustment layer. If you're in other editing softwares, maybe they have motion blur built in. I like to use a plugin called RSMB, Real Smart Motion Blur. It's a paid plugin, but it's a really good way to add motion blur into Premiere Pro because that's not something that's built into the actual program. Add your motion blur, go ahead and speed ramp the two clips, and that's it. Play around with this effect. It's a really fun effect to really accentuate the differences in environments between two clips. And I think it just looks really cool. If you have any questions, always leave them in the comments below. And we just released our first creative masterclass called The Odyssey. It goes over everything from editing techniques to mindset to how to work with creative clients, professional settings, everything in the whole creative economy. I'll leave a link in the description. Go ahead and check it out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.